Hey, hey, that was Gloria Gaynor with I Will Survive. Great song. You a big Gloria Gaynor fan?
I love all sorts of music. That was super fun. That is a really fun song.
Yeah, eclectic. I
Yeah.
like that's my. I always say people say, "Oh, I like everything." I won't say that because actually
Right.
most music I don't like.
Oh, interesting.
But
Yeah.
but the music I do
But you-
like is
a
eclectic.
variety.
A
Exact-
variety. Yeah, I
I'm
like
with
a
you on
wide
that.
variety.
I
There you
am
go.
with you on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
you and I would have a lot of overlap with music. We're moving to Fargo favorites. This is the exciting part where we get to learn about your favorite things in Fargo. So it's going to be a nice day. You're going to go out for a meal. Maybe your fiance's in town. It's not like a super big date night or anything, but just to go out and enjoy a nice meal.
Yeah.
What restaurant would you go to?
Boy, our favorite is Thai Orchid.
Ooh.
I love Thai Orchid. So
Yeah.
that's like my go-to little spot.
What do you order when you're there?
I get stuck in the sweet and sour. Like I have to have
Oh,
it. Yeah.
really?
Sweet and sour tofu. Hmm.
And is Thai sweet and sour different from I'm used to like sweet and
know.
sour, I think of like Chinese buffet.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be way different from
And
that.
I like the spring rolls too,
Again, I'm thinking
light.
Chinese buffet.
I know.
But the Thai Orchid is
But
different.
Thai Orchid's good. I love Indian food. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
And then like Mezzaluna is always fun if you're just having a nice like night out with a couple.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So pretty.
Very cool. Okay. So, as president and CEO of the Red River Zoo, I'm sure you meet with a lot of people outside of the zoo. You don't
yeah.
take all your meetings at the zoo. You go out for a coffee
Yeah,
somewhere, or
sometimes.
maybe go out for a beer if you're so inclined.
Yeah.
Where is your favorite place to go out and have such a meeting?
Ooh, that is a really good question. I usually head for coffee shops, like 20 Below or something like
20
that.
Below.
Mhm.
Okay. And what do you like about
I
20
try-
Below?
I try to find the closest local coffee shop typically when I go.
So
what
you
I
don't want
mean?
the corporate chains. So
I
no
don't- I
Starbucks
mean,
for you.
I will do Starbucks. I do Starbucks. But if we can support local ones, I think it's
Yeah.
really unique and it has a good vibe.
Do you consider Caribou to be corporate, or
Yeah,
because
I
they're
think
kind of
that-
local, right?
I
Or
put that
not
in
really?
the same as Starbucks. Like if I choose
Yeah.
between Caribou and Starbucks, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But a lot of people love those two coffee places too.
Yeah, no, 20. So 20. Where's 20 Below? I've been there.
There's one in
There's two of them.
Moorhead.
There's the one in Moorhead by the
Downtown.
MSU, and then the other one downtown.
Yeah, or Atomic,
right.
or any
Yep.
of the local coffee shops are pretty sweet.
Very good. Now here, this one, I should have warned you. You might get in a little bit of trouble.
Oh,
this
good.
one
Okay,
is very
goodness.
controversial.
All right.
Where do you go grocery shopping?
Ooh, I live right by Hornbacher, so I go to Hornbacher
yep.
just because it's
Yeah.
right
Oh,
there.
okay,
But
very
I
cool.
also will go down to the International Market on Main Avenue as
Oh.
well. I have like this whole little
Wait, which one? You say down?
things I
Which
do.
Hornbachers?
I say down for everything.
Oh, okay.
I live in North Fargo, so
Then you
Yeah.
do go down to Maine. That's
yep, so
south
I go,
is down.
Yeah, I'll go south down to to Main Avenue and hit the International Market
So
too.
which Hornbachers is up north? Oh, way up on Northport.
Yep, right at North.
Well, that one is really nice. It's got that North Fargo feel, so
Yep.
you can get the North Fargo families are all up there doing their grocery shopping.
Yep, yeah.
I like that. I like that little shop, that little spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and that is the thing. So North Fargo doesn't really have a lot of grocery stores, and like
Not a huge variety.
Target is like really
No,
far away.
it's like you have to
and-
go. It's like a 12, 15-minute drive to, and which isn't bad to any place, but yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to complain about 15 minutes. I mean, talk to anybody who lives in like a big city, and they'll be like 15 minutes.
Right. You're like,
I wish.
so easy. Exactly.
All right. This one's a little harder to answer, especially when you're so well connected.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite business in town?
Ooh, besides the zoo?
Well, I mean, I guess you can. Yeah, just yourself is fine, I guess.
I love the zoo. I love thrift stores.
Oh,
yeah.
thrift store. What's your favorite thrift store?
Lately, I've been in my best friend's closet.
My best friend's closet.
But
Where's that at?
That one's was that on 25th? But I've been doing the thrift store thing ever since high school.
Yes.
St. Vincent's and all of those.
So, like
kinds
on
of
our
things.
day off, we call it doing the circuit.
Yeah.
There's
yeah.
a big loop, and we'll go around and we'll hit them all in town.
Yeah, and Revolver
we-
downtown has all the vintage stuff, which I love doing.
Very
but
cool.
Yeah.
So clothing, a lot of clothes.
Clothing and oddities. Sometimes I'll, go to looking to see what kind of weird little thing I can find.
Very cool. Last question, and this again, as president and CEO, you're busy and a mother. I mean,
Yeah.
goodness gracious.
Yeah.
When it's your time, when it's me time, maybe it's with somebody, maybe it's alone, but it's not work. It's to relax and have fun. What do you do? What do you
Yeah.
do for fun? What's a fun thing to do?
My two favorite things in the summertime is either go hiking or just jump in the river with my kayak and go kayaking. And it's really cool because the river's right here in Fargo. So
Yeah.
it takes 2 minutes to get there from my house.
Yeah.
And you start to know the river and you start to know like
physically, do you physically get in, like, do you get wet?
Not intentionally. If I also look for bones along the river. There's a certain area where I can find a lot of bones.
What?
And then I will kind of get a little muddy and things.
What?
Yeah. Isn't that cool? Yeah. When you start to kayak a lot in Fargo, you start to really know where.
And we're talking the Red River?
Yeah.
You can just go in it?
Yeah,
I don't know why that sounds really
kayak.
That
I put my
crazy.
kayak in my car and I headed down there.
And that's okay?
Oh yeah, kayaking's great. And
I don't know why.
Fargo
That
Park
sounds absolutely crazy to go
super
down to
fun.
the Red River with a boat.
Yeah,
and get in it.
Super fun, and it's so easy, versus like when you go out to the lake.
Where do you go to do that? Like where do you?
It depends on if I'm by myself or if I'm with somebody. Fargo Parks has a couple of launch sites, which is awesome. There's one at like Forest Glen. There's one at Linden Woods, so that's easy. You could just launch right in. I typically go over to Johnson Park in Moorhead and just pull my kayak in with me. And
so people who know me really well, I can be OCD. I don't know. I get in my head that things are. I don't want to say dirty, but dirty.
It's just red colored from the soil. It's actually not. I mean, there's garbage and stuff, and we have to kind of pick it up sometimes. But
like if I were to touch the Red River water, I would feel the need to wash my hands. Am I being a crazy person?
I don't know.
I am a crazy person.
I wouldn't. Really? I go and kayak all the time. It's fabulous. I kayak. I go mushrooming. I go looking for bones.
Hold on. You eat mushrooms?
Yes.
From the outside?
Mostly what I do is I look for mushrooms and I'm like, you're so cute, and take pictures of them.
Okay. So you don't eat them.
Oh, sometimes, yes. But I'm very careful on making sure that I'm identifying an obvious one because, you don't want to get
And they've
anything.
been outside?
Yeah. Giant chicken of the woods. This year has not been a good mushroom year, I don't think. I think it's just been, I don't know if too dry or what.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is
always doing something weird.
No, this is the most fascinating answer to this question. This is my favorite segment, is the Fargo favorites, because I never know where to eat or what to do, and I don't know how to have fun.
Yeah, there's so much to do.
Kayaking,
tree climbing,
and eating random mushrooms on the Red River bank.
But be very careful. You have to make sure that you know what you're looking at.
Bone collecting.
It's amazing. Like I've gotten to the point where I can kayak and I can see it from far away. I'm like, there is a bone over there, in the dirt.
What do you do with these bones?
This is the weird thing. I don't know what to do with them, so I put them all in my kayak, and now they're in my basement on the shelf.
Just like a pile of bones?
I found this one. It was like almost as long as my, the bottom part of my leg from my ankle up to my knee. Must have been a big old bison or jawbone of a cow. Or
how do you know? You could
something like that. No, there are always animal bones. There are always animal bones.
You don't know.
I know. I find little, all sorts of things. So looking for weird garbage. Like what kind of weird garbage is over by the river? You can find stuff from like the 40s. There's this one area, 50s, old bottles. Again, it's not littered with bottles. Again, people have been doing a good job of picking it up. But if you know where to go, you can find little treasures.
I think the next time I have you on, we're just going to have to talk about just this. This is unbelievably fascinating. This is crazy.
Have an adventure, right? But if you're OCD,
I'm trying to wrap my head around it.
It would be a good challenge for you. It'd be really
I can do lakes. I've gone to a lake.
Oh, yeah.
But when something slimy, like some seaweed gets up on me, I want to die.
Yeah, the river's really clean. You have to be careful because there's trees and things like that have gone down in it. But, back in the 40s, the river was really terribly polluted and barely had any oxygen levels if you were to pull it. But now they've really done a good job. We as a community have done a good job of taking care of everybody.
And I had no basis. I had no basis for being weird about it.
No.
I just somehow just filed away in my brain as
right. It's just because of the color, because of the red soil that makes it look kind of brown, the water. But no, it's great. And you think about how relaxing it is if you go out to the lake for the weekend and you're like, and you don't get to do that very often. But with the river, you can just go right over there.
I know.
And you get that whole experience in a half hour. Relaxation.
This is a big thing. This is going to digest for a long time in my brain.
Yeah, whole relaxation that you have in the summer at the lake, you can just have right here.
Right here, without even leaving. Without traveling, which I hate to do.
Or if you don't have a lot of time.
Which I don't have.
I don't have any time in the summer. It's like, okay, Well, I'm at least going to put my kayak. You might see me driving around because there'll be a kayak in my car just waiting for an opportunity to jump in.
You may have just changed my life.
Yeah, yay!
So, all right. Well, we are done. That's the end of the show.
Woo, that was
plugs.
fun.
Can we get plugs? Go ahead.
Yes, please come to Boo at the Zoo either this Saturday or next Saturday from 11 to 4, regular admission, or members are free. Or just come out and visit us anytime, man. We're a great group, and we just love our community, and we need the support.
Fantastic. And thank you so much for coming on. Of course, I am Conrad Fargo. This has been The Fargo 5. You can find us just conradfargo.com/The Fargo 5. Or you can go to Facebook, type in The Fargo 5. We're right there. And of course, please smash that subscribe button. It's right. I'm looking. It's right there. Yep, right there. Smash it. And we will see you next week out of here with Meiko Kaji and Shira no Hana. See you next week.